Hi YouTube, Jonathan here. It's just a Sunday catch up. I'm still working, if you caught my live the other day, I'm still working on this chest of drawers. This is probably going to be sold, I'm not sure. It's a repaint. But I thought it'd be really nice to jump in here and see who's around on a Sunday and what you're up to. I have been busy this morning cleaning paintbrushes. All of them there are drying out. There was 78 paintbrushes that I'd left in water. If anybody knows me, I am an absolute nightmare for brushes. Luckily for me, I use chalk paint. They just revive really well. They do come back to life, but I do abuse brushes. Who else abuses brushes? I do. I'm a nightmare with brushes. I tend to leave them in water and come back sort of a week later and clean them and make them come back to life. So that's what I've been doing this morning, and that took me about an hour and a half just to clean the brushes. I need a professional brush cleaner. If anybody knows a brush cleaner, or any useful tips on how to clean the brushes, it's not my favourite cleaning brushes. You should, a good tradesperson should always look after the tools, so I'm told. Oopsie. But they do come back. A lot of the brushes that I use, I mean this one has been cleaned this morning, it's great. So yeah, it's just something I've got used to. I'm too busy focusing on the creative side of what I'm doing and not focusing on looking after the tools that I'm using, I suppose. So I'm trying to get this done today. Usually, you can see the workshop, look how messy it looks. Usually my workshop, Sunday is workshop day, clean back down, ready for and planning filming for tomorrow for a new tutorial. Hopefully I get that done in one day. Then I'll spend a day editing for you guys to enjoy the tutorial. I have got one or two things. I need my eyes testing on Tuesday, so I may be busy doing that, so it might slow me up this week, I'm not sure. Depends how it goes. I've got two projects in mind, both quite small. One's a simple one. Meanwhile, I've got some wood over there that I'm trialing something. I've come up with a little bit of a technique that I think might be really fun. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. It's all trial and error, guys. All trial and error. So, yeah, that's me, guys. What are you up to on this beautiful Sunday in the UK? We've had quite nice weather. It's been nice and bright and sunny in the UK. I'm trying to talk and focus at the same time. I'm so sorry. I know this is boring. It's boring, isn't it? Waxing. I actually quite like waxing, actually. I find it quite soothing. I won't be showcasing this piece of furniture. It's a flat finish, there's no need. I will be focusing. I wonder, no, I was going to drag the piece of furniture out so you could see what I'm thinking of working on. Shall I? Do you want to be patient? Let me grab the piece of furniture. It's quite an unusual thing. Oh, that's heavy. It's, let me move that out of the way and I'm going to show you this piece of furniture that I've got to work on. I think it's a marriage of different things or an apprentice piece, I'm not sure. It's peculiar. I picked this up. I love the shape of it, that's why. I like the elegance of its shape. Oh, I'm going to knock things off, I'm going to damage my paintwork. So, a little cupboard at the top. I'll show you the top half first. What did I pay for this? £22, and I think we got some discount on it. It is small, and I really thought this would be a nice project. There's a few things that I don't like. One being this top bit. Can you see this? The top kind of rebates back further than the outside. it is integral to the piece of furniture. There's no way I can probably take that off to make it good. I like things to stick out. It kind of would look better. So I'm thinking there's a bit of woodwork in this project. So I'm thinking a little bit of trim, a little bit light down here, this bit here, a little bit of trim along the edge and around, and a new top, which I've got scrap wood everywhere. I save even good pieces of wood like mahogany when things come away. I save them, and I can make good of the top. It's going to be painted. I'm thinking maybe another marble finish on top, kind of turn this more country French. That's what I'm thinking. The other thing that I'm not keen on, this funny little opening. Now, if that was a drawer, I'd probably say lovely, but look at this. It's weird, isn't it? It's a weird piece of furniture. It has this flap down, a mirrored surface here, and a mirror right at the back. I don't know if you can see that. There's a mirror at the back, right there. I mean, you'd have to really peep in to see yourself in that mirror. I don't know why. I feel like this might have been a gentleman's piece. I feel like it could have been used or a potty cupboard with things inside, you know, shaving stuff. I don't know why. It just reminds me of something very typically British and, you know, shaving brushes and things in there. I don't know. So that's a bit random. Good morning, in the USA. Good morning. Good morning from across the pond. The cupboard's good though. I like the cupboard. It's nice and clean inside. It's got a nice rebate. So the cupboard's good for me. The legs, this is why I think it's a marriage. Look at the legs. The legs seem a little bit chunky. They're tall, and I like the tallness of this. And I do think I maybe will keep this piece of furniture because we've got a single bedroom with not much room for a bedside. So this would be perfect. That's why I bought it, because I think it's going to be lovely. It could be an apprentice piece where they're doing lots of different things to try and learn. I don't know. It feels kind of handmade. It is strange. It's just a strange piece of furniture. But the shape is good. Should I be able to create the top a little bit bigger with the trim round? It'll disguise that. This section here, it's flat. There's no trim on it. There's no nothing on it. Of course, I could put a corresponding trim. I've got stuff like that, which I could go back in. Oh, that's nearly the right size as well. That's interesting. Ooh, now it's got me thinking. I could kind of copy, you know, frame out that. But in my mind, I'm thinking this cupboard door, completely gone. You've got to imagine that, so it's an open space. As a bedside, I'm thinking the cupboard to put bits and pieces in, and this is where you'd pop your book. You know, your glasses and your book would go in there. You've got to stick with me. It's about recreating and realising something. But if I do that with the trim and the extra top, it could be a little bit plain. The mirror appears to be DIY as well. Yeah, it does seem, it's almost like it was a cupboard and then somebody's put the legs on and somebody's put the mirrors in, and I don't know why. So I'm going to do exactly the same. Somebody else has realised this piece of furniture at some point in its life, so I'm going to realise it again. I really think that needs to go altogether, so it becomes an open aperture to put things in. The cupboard stays as is, and I'm thinking, nice to see a French piece. I'm thinking kind of French, but it looks like a French piece, so I'm thinking marble, faux marble, a really sort of distressed finish. I'm also thinking, and I'd like your opinion, I'm thinking on here in the centre, now this could be a wrong decision, I need to look at this. I'm thinking a bit like, you know, like when you get some, you know, meat lockers and things like that, old meat lockers and things, of drilling, you know, some holes, perfect little holes, either in a circle or a love heart or something, sort of like a vent space, just to kind of add some details, maybe. I could leave it flat. There won't be much painted surface if I do that, I suppose. Just little holes all drilled in to make a lovely little pattern on the front there. And, stick with me guys, this proves that I save everything. I have this. This is a wheel back, chair back. I save everything, all bits of trim and all sorts. And I'm looking at this. And of course, I could use a wood U bend on this, but I just kind of think it needs to be naive. Wood U bends are so beautiful and ornate. I think I'd push it too far over the edge. I kind of thinking country French, kind of naive. And I'm looking at this, and as you can see here, there's lots of lovely little patterns. There's a good one there, and a good one at this end. So I'm thinking if I split this with the saw, jigsaw, down there, and chop it, chop that end off, chop that end off, chop that off, we end up with almost, ooh, this is hard. See that lovely little bit of pattern there? Like so. And I'm thinking of attaching it into the corner, so that aperture then has a lovely little fluted edge, top and bottom, with a new top, that gone, and it kind of will make sense. I hope you guys think that's the right idea. Answers on a postcard. So these things, today I've been thinking all day about this. I know it's a lovely shape piece, it's just lacking something, a little bit of something, and could be anything that you've got lying around like this. So that's what I'm hoping to do. Colour, I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm trialling something over there with salt wash and paint. If that works tonight, if I get a good result from that, I might bring it to this. But I'm thinking distressed, sort of worn back, age-old paint, almost layered, chippy style. I say that, don't hold me to it. It might change. So obviously, and it's got a beautiful handle here. If I can get this handle off, this is a plastic handle. I will switch the handles around so nothing's going to waste. Ooh, kind of like mini corbels. Yeah, mini corbels. But I'm going with this. I've got loads of wood U bends and they are really ornate, but I'm thinking country style. This is a country style chair, country French. I'm just going to utilise what I've got. And if I can, like I said, split that. Oh, there's another nice area here, look. I could split it through there, square it off there, and square it off there. Then there would be a little hole in the corner as well. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do both ends of this and then just try and make my decision. Just so it kind of arches this opening and it becomes less square and boring. And then maybe the detail down here, new top. There's a lot of woodwork in it, but it'd be worth it, guys. It'd be worth it. And it's something that I don't do very often, so I thought it'd be quite nice to bring some of the woodwork to the tutorial. How you can take something that's quite plain with things that are knocking around and turn it into something different. So that's my idea. Again, I'm going on one. I'm hoping that that makes sense. It's heavy, this little thing. It's heavy. I'm going to pop it there. You can get a better idea of its scale. It's really elegant. It's an elegant piece, but that top piece is just goes back in, needs to come back out. It's about balance. Those legs jut out quite wide, and I want to balance out the top, if that makes sense. And then some lovely little bit of detail, maybe the detail in the middle of there. Again, it could be a wood U bend, I don't know. I don't want to make it overly fussy. It needs to be what it originally was. It's kind of an apprentice piece. It's kind of simple, and I want to keep it simple. So that's where I'm at, guys. Ooh, I'm leaving my wax to go off without moving the wax around. So I'm going to tune out. It's so lovely for, well, at least 45 of you was here on this live, so that was really lovely. And sorry if I didn't catch your comments as they were going by, but thank you for joining me. I will have a good evening from South Australia. Thank you. We're afternoon here at the minute, so not quite, but we're getting there. Night. Have a nice day. Happy project. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's lovely, and thank you again for coming and just listening to me ramble on. Sometimes I don't know whether I'm making sense or whether it's worth me bringing these short lives. Let me know if you just prefer the long tutorials or a little piece of me and workshop reality, because look at that. It needs to love the chair back. Such a, oh, thank you. Resource, I can't say that. Resourcefulness. Can't say it. It's nice. I do keep everything, even the spindles from that chair. The chair was gone. It was gone. It was too good to stay. But I saved everything. If anything comes off a piece of furniture, a handle, it goes in the handles drawer. I have baskets of lots of things that come off furniture because they can be reused at some point, repurposed, and nothing really goes to waste. I try and minimize as much as I can that goes to landfill. I really do. Sometimes there's certain things that are just beyond redemption, but other things can come off them. So that's my plan. My plan also is to get you guys doing exactly the same. This world, we mass produce far too much, and we've got resources that always exist that people are falling out of love with. So, why not re-realise whatever we can? Love the idea of the chair. Thank you. Right, I'm going to carry on waxing. I promised myself I'm going to get this done and back in the house tonight and cleaned up. So I start a fresh day tomorrow with the camera, probably on that job. So a wonderful day. Good night from Japan. Wow. Hello, Japan. I think there's all four corners of the globe here. Does that make sense? Four corners? The world's not square, is it? But there's a lot of people that follow me around the world, so that's really lovely. Hello in Japan and everywhere else. Right, I'm going. I'm rambling. I know that I am. I'll see you all soon. Take care. I'll catch you hopefully Wednesday night, usual time, premiere of this tutorial if it's done. If not, I will come here and tell you guys why. I'll see you all soon. Take care.